Hey everyone, welcome to Tutor. I'm Brandon, and Dominaria is almost here. You can almost taste it. Pre-release is this Friday, midnight. I'm so excited. But first, I want to do some little set reviews, I guess you'd say. I'm going to be doing my top 10 commons and uncommons, because that's basically the cards you're going to really rely on when it comes to pre-release sealed. And then my feelings on some of the rares and mythics, like if you should play them, shouldn't play them, that type of thing, or whatever. So it's not for draft, because draft's probably gonna be totally different. This is for pre-release sealed, so just keep that in mind. And we're gonna get started with multicolored because I love multicolored, and this set has some crazy good cards. So first off, we'll start off with our top 10 commons and uncommons in multicolor. Let's get started. Number 10, Shauna Ceres Legacy. This card is very underwhelming. It's 1 and green for, if you play it, turn 2, it's a 1/1. But it does have the little clause of it can't be a target of opponent's abilities, which means it can still get hit by removal, which sucks. So yes, it can get bigger as the game goes. If it's late game, you play it, it could be a 7/7, but it doesn't have any evasion, so it's still gonna get chump blocked. I don't know. I mean, if you're in a green-white deck, you're not gonna cut it. You'll still play it. It's just not very exciting to me. So that's why it's number 10. And number 9, Adeliz the Cinder Wind. So 3 mana for a 2/2 haste flyer, that's fine. It's in 2 colors though, so that makes it less fine. But if you're in red and blue, I mean, you're probably gonna run this no matter what. It gives a little buffs to any wizards you'll have, which you'll have a couple. But I see this being if you have a wizard tribal almost, you somehow do that in sealed. Yeah, totally play this card. It's gonna be awesome. But basically, you're gonna be playing it for a 3 mana 2/2 flying haste, which is not bad. It's just it's fine. That's number 9. Number 8. Halar the Fire Fletcher. So 3 mana for a 3/3 trample. I always like that. It's 2 colors, but if you're in these 2 colors, it's a card you're going to want because that's a nice little beater. Its ability is a little narrow because you have to have kicker. So if you have any kicker, I mean that sucks, but still it's a playable card. Say you're able to put 3 1/1 counters on this with a spell, and then you play a kicker, boom, it's 4 damage to your opponent. That's really nice. But like I said, very narrow. You're basically playing this in green and red as a 3/3 trample, which is fine, but just, not exciting. Number 7, Arvad the Cursed. So his ability of +2/+2 to legendary creatures isn't that great because maybe you have no other legendary creatures. That's going to be hard in this set, but it can happen in sealed. You never know. But if you do have some, +2/+2 is very nice. But his lifelink and death touch is really cool. I mean, he's going to use some life. He's taking out a creature no matter what. He's 5 mana, kind of expensive, but if you can somehow get an equipment on him, an aura or something, I mean, just, he's a nice little beater if he can be, and his pump ability is very nice if you have other legendary creatures, but still, And he's in a great deck. The white-black deck, very nice. Number 6, Tatyova Benthic Druid. Okay, so 5 mana for a 3/3. That doesn't do anything when it comes into play. That sounds, not great. But if you play a land, you get to draw a card and gain a life, which, I mean, if late game you put this turn 5, you're it's not that great. But then you start dropping a land every turn, maybe holding them. Drawing a card off of that is really nice. A little incidental life gain, not too much, but it's always good. So, just because this is sealed, it goes long. I feel like this card's a little bit higher than the others, though if it was a draft, this card is so underwhelming. I mean, I did a slow card. So kind of need a Durley deck, but it's sealed. They're all going to be Durley decks. And number 5, Slimefoot the Stowaway. Oh, little lovable guy. He's super cheap. He's only 2/3, but that's fine because you're not going to be attacking with him or anything. What you want him for is if you're just making sapperlings basically for 4 mana, which is expensive, but if the game's going long, it stalls out, you can make these guys and then just chump block them with whatever and just, ping your opponent down and you're gaining life in the meantime. It's not the most exciting card, but say this, you have a sapperling deck, oh, hey, I got all these green cards that make sapperlings or the black cards, whatever. It makes him even better. But mainly you're just hey, I can make kind of a little army. Late game, make 2 of them, hold back his blockers, do 2 to you, I gain 2 life. I mean, it's really just for stalled board states and you just winning that way. If you're behind, it makes a blocker, so that's nice. If you're ahead, I mean, whatever. You can attack more because then you can keep a blocker behind. And number 4, Wrath Caption, Ship's Mage. So, good old Azor colors. You're going to get a flyer. You're going to go with Flash. This is 4 mana for a 3/3 with Flying Flash, and all your historic cards get Flash, which I like because not all your legendary cards get flash. So it says artifacts, sagas, and legendary cards. So you're hitting a little bit more there. So some of your things are going to have flash, it looks like. Is that very helpful? I think so. In a turn, being able to do that, just like putting in a legendary creature or something. Oh, that's nice. And he's a flyer. Hits in the air for 3. I like that. I'm a little hesitant on some things because it'll be like, oh, you need a legendary. You need historic to really make it that good. But there's going to be a ton of them, I feel like, for just because of those 3 categories. And like I said, he's a flyer. That's just sometimes going to win you the game in sealed. So that's why he's up there. Really like him. Would I splash for him? Yes, I would actually. This is one I would splash for. Number 3, rambling, God. Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. Okay, this card I like just on its base value. It's, Boros colors, but it's 5 mana for 3/3 with flying and first strike. That's amazing. I would just play that no matter what. I don't care if it's 2 colors. That's a great card. But the fact that if you have an aura or equipment that goes to the graveyard, it goes right back to your hand. Oh, it makes playing auras so much easier. If you had the freaking one that's 4 mana, gives like lifelink and first strike, and put on something, and then that creature dies, you get it back. It's so good. Love this card. I like it just for its base value, and its upside is really good. Don't know how often equipment's going to die, but auras die all the time, so very nice. Number 2, Garna the Bloodflame. Okay, this card's crazy. So it's 5 mana for 3/3, which doesn't sound very exciting, but has flash. Well, that's cool. And then basically what you want to do is you're just going to all-out attack. Or just like they're going to all attack, whatever, it doesn't matter. Something's going to happen where you're going to set it up so you lose all your guys, but they're going to lose a ton of their guys or something. You play this, all those cards come back to your hand. This is just like, wow, really? Like, you can just wreck so many boards with this just to like, oh, I'm making bad trades. I don't care as long as your stuff dies because my stuff's coming back. I'm going to play it again. Maybe stuff have ETBs, don't know. Maybe they're historic, so other triggers happen. Such a good card. And on top of all that, now, because of this card, all your creatures have haste. So you play them next turn, you're attacking right away. Just getting in so much damage. Love this card. So good. But our number 1 card is Rona, Disciple of Gix. Okay, like I said before, sealed goes long. And towards the end, you're just kind of top decking sometimes, trying to just get the card you need to win the game. And this helps you so much because when it comes to play, you get to exile a historic card from your graveyard. And this is going to become like another hand because you can play cards that she exiles as if they're in your hand, basically. So, and then she has the ability of you pay 4, exile top card of your library, and then you can just play it later on or something. Like, it's like just having an extra hand there. It's so awesome. Helps you so much. Card advantage, always great and sealed. Always getting magic, just basically. So, love this card. Definitely would splash for it because her ability is colorless. So, that totally works. Yeah. Really liking the little multicolored cards here. Now, I want to go over some of like the rares and mythics. I'm just going to go over all of them really fast just to say like if I like it or not, basically. Because like I said, commons, uncommons, that's where you want to just like get really in depth. And rares and mythics, I mean, you're probably going to play most of them no matter what. But sometimes there's ones that you're just like, this is dumb. Why is this even here? All right. So there's 3 cards that are more than 2 colors. So sealed, it's a little easier to do that. Draft, it's like hard. You have to really draft around it. But sealed, I mean, going 3 colors can be pretty easy. It's a little sketchy sometimes if you don't have any way to like search your library for a basic or something. But since they go long, you can sometimes easily get your 3rd color. So first off, we have Dargaz Reincarnated. So this is 4 black, red, green for 7/7 with a flying trample haste. And then he has the ability to just keep coming back into play. Like, he gets exiled, egg counters on him. When those go away, he comes back into play. That haste helps so much because he's just attacking, just doing damage right away. This card's just, like, so annoying because it just, like, keeps coming back. You're like, I'll take care of it. Nope, he's going to come back. Like, he's just an inevitable, like, way for you to win the game. He's a high cost, so like I said, you're going to get your 3rd land pretty easy there. And he's just a game finisher. Awesome card. Next, we have Muldrotha. Now, Muldrotha is nice. 6 mana for a 6/6. It's 3 colors, though. But its ability is you get to play a permanent from your graveyard, like a permanent type. So an artifact, a land, a creature, like an enchantment. Any of those things, you can play like all 4 of them right away. But no evasion, so she's basically just going to be there for her ability, and then maybe, if the board clears up, get her in for 6 damage. So she's fine. I could easily see splashing for her. She's just going to be able to get your bombs back that were killed and stuff. So a very good card. yeah, like it. Next one, not so much. Joda, is that his name? His ability is you can play any card for 5 colors. So just, no, come on. It's too mana intensive. It's not going to happen. It's not a great ability. This is like a commander card all the way. So next we have Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. 3 white blue for a 4 loyalty planeswalker. His abilities are crazy. Put target non-land permanent into the owner's library through from the top, so he protects himself. So if you can get that emblem off, I mean, every time you're drawing a card, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, really like this card. Planeswalkers just usually always bombs in sealed. This one I think will be no different. It's an amazing card. Easily splash for it. Next we have, and I'm probably going to butcher this, Ariel, Knight of Wind Grace. So this card just an army in a can. She's great. She has Vigilance. She's a 4/4. And then she just makes 2/2 knights, and then you can use those knights to tap her and just destroy target creature. Like, okay, so already she's making knights, she's making creatures. That's an amazing ability. And then if you already have cards that are making knights or they are knights, it just gets better and better. She's in white-black, which is an amazing like little 2-color combo here. Love this card. So good. Easily splash for it too, so yeah. Next we have Grand Warlord Rada. So this card, I like it, but I'm not like amazed by it. It's 4 mana for a 3/4 with haste, and then whenever you attack with creatures, for each creature, you gain either red or green mana, and it doesn't empty for mana pools. So that's very nice. So if you're just getting aggressive in the beginning, you're getting a ton of mana, then you can drop your bombs later, like sooner than later. So very nice. I like that ability. It's just, I don't want to really like try and get mana just for sending my guys in from the die and just for nothing. So that kind of sucks. And its stats are like, 3/4 with haste. That's fine. But yeah, awesome just to be able to get a ton of mana and play something really good. Next, we have Jawira, Weatherlight Captain. I know, that's not how you say that. So 4 mana for a 3/3. Every time you play a historic card, draw a card. Love that. I love drawing cards. There's probably going to be, a pretty decent amount of historic cards going on. You have to decide with your deck if you think you have enough to play this card. But usually you're going to have enough. You can get like 2 to 3 draws off this. I think that's pretty good. One draw, I'm like if I had like one other historic card, I'd probably just cut her unless I wanted a 4 mana 3/3. But yeah, she's pretty good anytime you draw a card, especially late in the game when sealed. Awesome. Next, we have Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. Okay, so this one, I'm a little hesitant on. It's super expensive, and it only counts legendary creatures, and it's a legendary sorcerer in its own. So it's like so many narrow things going on there. So 7 mana, late game, you have to have a legendary on the board, which, will probably be there, just to cast this. And then when you cast this, you can only get legendary from your graveyard back in the battlefield. So you have to decide, is this worth it? Do you have a ton of legendary stuff you want to get back? Do you have like a bomb that you're going to have in this deck that might be in the graveyard? I mean, that's up to you. If it was like you bring back all historic cards, then I'd be like, heck yeah, run this no matter what, splash it. But it just depends on what deck you get in your sealed pool. This could just be something that can pretty much do nothing, especially if you don't have a legendary on the board and it's just sitting in your hand, or if you have no legendaries in your graveyard and then it's pointless. Yeah, so don't know about that one. We'll see. All right, and next, the card I'd say do not play, Oath of Teferi. 3 white blue for legendary enchantment, and its abilities kind of suck. It's just basically you kind of blink something in of yours, and then you can do Planeswalker's abilities twice, which that's awesome. Don't get me wrong. But how often are you going to get this card and a Planeswalker in your sealed pool? Almost never. And the one you really want is Teferi. So you would have to get Teferi and Oath of Teferi in your packs just to make this really good or even playable. So no, just don't even bother with this because you're not going to do Jaya, right? I mean, that's 3 red. And Karn, you can do Tarn, but don't do Karn. I mean, do Karn, but don't do this with Karn. All right, so there we go. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll try and do, I'm going to do all the other colors, artifacts, lands, whatever. Hopefully this doesn't turn out too long. I kind of rambled there a lot, so sorry about that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, booster_tutor, and see you next draft.